Hey, real quick before the football stuff, Rags remembered started that yesterday. Just why that was important for you and what's the goal there?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I've been really wanting to do this. I mean, kind of one of my dreams since I got in the league, and we're finally putting everything together. But Rags remembered. Obviously, a lot of you guys know the story of my dad, and it's kind of like honoring the way I was brought up. Right, I was brought up by both my mom and dad with a lot of the outdoors, and I think it was and I'm very blessed the way I was brought up and raised, and I think it's very special. And then on the flip side of that, the way I grieved my father's loss a lot was with the outdoors. So the goal of the foundation is really just to introduce the outdoors to anybody and everybody, but really, I guess more particularly kids who are grieving and families who are grieving, and then maybe people who are disadvantaged that aren't able to get the equipment or whatnot to get to the outdoors, and that's the goal. And hopefully, we can help a lot of people.
That's great.
How are you feeling? All five offensive linemen are on the field, and you guys are kind of mixing in the tempo more. How's that feeling going into the summer break?
It's been good, man. Obviously, last year was very frustrating, but it's been good. It's really beneficial for us, even just to spend time together, because the chemistry with the O-line is huge, and us, even if the tempo is different, whatever it is, it's just huge for us to understand how we all think and how we all flow.
What are you looking for this time of year, this far into your career without the pads on? What do you look for this time of year?
Oh, there's a lot. Just still learning defenses, learning technique, fine-tuning everything, and then a lot of just making sure I'm in great shape.
You seem pretty comfortable though with the calls, the offense. Obviously, the five guys. You guys have been around a while now. The comfort level seems pretty high.
Yeah, definitely, and I think a lot of it helps with Hank and Ben. Their familiarity, our familiarity with Hank and Ben, I think a lot of that helps with the carryover and everything. It's been good.
You mentioned the chemistry. Vitai touched on it a little bit yesterday. How does that kind of display itself once you're out there?
There's a lot of unique looks, especially on third down, where some things have to happen without you even saying anything. And the more reps and the more time you spend again, you understand how I might handle that look and how we might pass off that game, or what I might be thinking to make the call, so they understand, and then we're all smooth.
Dan mentioned yesterday you guys were all kind of hanging out a lot together. You've been going out or hanging out at one of your guys' houses and taking them fishing?
Yeah, I've taken a few guys fishing. Yeah, we eat together. We just those are my guys. We just hang out, yeah.
Who's the worst fisher?
Yeah.
Worst fisher? Outside of the O-line, Thomas Kennedy. He couldn't, don't tell him I said that though, that'll crush him.
What do you think of Sewell and Skip there on the punt catches?
Yeah, both very athletic. Skip lives for that, so that was huge. And then Panay is a little bit of a meaty darling too, so it was perfect.
Ben's talked about simplifying, shortening calls, that sort of thing. How different is it?
Communication-wise, it's different. Tempo-wise, it's different, but there's a lot of the same. I just think Ben's brilliant, man. I can't say enough about Ben Johnson. I think he's an incredible head coach, and the way he's communicated it to us and simplified it to us, but yet still complicated to maybe who we're playing, I think it's going to be very advantageous.
There's a lot of talk on the defensive side of the ball about being more attacking. No pads aren't on yet. Can you sense them being able to put more pressure on guys like you?
Yeah, it's just different, in terms of run game, right? Instead of being two gappers where they're kind of flowing with us if we're doing outside zone or whatnot, they're more just trying to get penetration initially instead of trying to hold their gap. So you definitely notice it for sure. And I think it'll be great for a lot of those guys because we got a lot of D linemen that are explosive dudes.
Yeah.
And I think if they can get off the ball, they're going to be able to cause a lot of havoc.
And we've heard some talk about a chess match between the offense and defense, being able to do that now in practice, that you're both kind of a year into each scheme. So do you sense that too, that you guys are kind of have to counteracting their differences that they're making?
Yeah, for sure. We're having to counteract, and I think Ben and AG are going at it too, which has been great. Very competitive, but it's just also everybody's more comfortable with each other. Last year we barely knew a lot of these coaches, so as it all goes on, we can get into the next level of things, and I think it's been good.
We asked you about the excitement level of the offensive line, I think, back earlier in OTAs. But what about the offense as a whole? With some of the weapons you wear at receiver, with obviously Teach there,
Yeah.
Andre another year ahead. Just when you look at it in its totality, how excited are you?
Yeah, it's very exciting to look around. I mean, we got some dudes look around that huddle, and then up front, I like to think we got some dudes too. So, but we really can't get too far ahead of ourselves. there's so many times where offenses look great on paper, then what happens if an injury happens or whatnot. So we just got to take it one day at a time, really build that chemistry, that comfort and understanding of the offense, and I think we could be pretty special.
Just following up on what you're saying about Ben being a good teacher, we've heard that a lot, even like the quarterbacks at the Senior Bowl were saying that too. What is it about him or the way he teaches that lets you guys?
I think just the way, obviously he's an incredible communicator. He's super relatable. I think him just being younger helps for sure, but then he's just very relatable. And like I said earlier, this is complicated things we're doing as an offense, but the way he simplifies it and gets it across to guys so guys can just be like this, play fast. And I think that's very special.
Just in terms of the terminology simplifying, is there something else that he does?
Everything. Simplifies everything. Everything's trying to be simplified so that you can be confident and fast, and I think you definitely have seen it.
So give me an example of another way, because it's easy to understand, right? Condensing 8 words into one, but what's another example of something that
just the way he communicates it, right? He doesn't make you like if your role is this, you know your role, right? And you don't have to, obviously it's important to understand the whole picture, but he knows when to not tell guys and when to tell guys.
Frank, the way people view this franchise from outside has changed. There's a lot of positive things being said. Do you feel it out there? Is there a different feeling of confidence that you guys have?
No, I think we still got to take it. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Because if you look at it every year, there can be a little bit of hype and whatnot. And we, as a young team, I don't think we should be buying into that. I think we should be taking it day by day and realize that we haven't done anything yet and we got a lot to prove.
One thing on the defensive line, you talked about the guys over there. They clearly wanted to get better at getting after the quarterback this year. You got some new guys. You got some guys that are a year further into their careers. Are you sensing what they're going to be able to put together on that defensive front?
Yeah, it's cool to see. Obviously with Aiden, he is. I think he's going to be a pretty special player. And then just how they're all working on refining their pass rush. And then obviously as you play more ball, the game slows down for them, so they can play faster. So it's exciting.
how's your foot feeling after a couple weeks?
So it's good. Yeah, not even thinking about it, which is good.
Again, I know it's early, but have you noticed a change in Levi, or just he said he really wanted to take care of his body and come in better shape this year? Does he look any different to you?
He looks great, man. He looks like a dude. So I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot to be judged with the pads are put on, and that's when we'll really know. But right now, he looks pretty dang put together, I'd say.
One other guy I wanted to ask about, Logan Stenberg, obviously had that injury last year and came back. He's got some first-team reps out here a little bit this spring. Just what have you seen from him in terms of renewed resolve, whatever it is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think just like years of experience have really helped him. And, me and Logan kind of grinded together when we were both hurt, so we got close. But he's got an incredible work ethic. He's a pretty strong, explosive dude, and he's really starting to put together the football stuff, like the terminology, understanding defenses and all that. He's taken a huge leap, I think, with that. We lifted every day together and cried together. We're all together.
Thanks, Frank.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Frank.